But today I'm here to talk about something else, and that is the 90th birthday of a mentor of mine, a former boss of mine, and the 41st President of the United States, George H.W. Bush. In addition to honoring him by wearing some colorful socks today, Madam President, I also wanted to make a statement in the Congressional Record so that this statement can go down in the ages, and that some of the young folks who are in the chamber today and their kids and grandkids will have this as part of the Congressional Record in talking about truly one of our great American patriots and public servants in the history of our country. Like so many in his generation, President George H.W. Bush, when he heard of the attack on Pearl Harbor, answered the call to serve his country. He was 18 years old. So his service started long before he was sworn in as President of the United States. At 18 years old, he became the youngest naval aviator in the United States Navy. And he served bravely in the Pacific, famously completing one bombing after his aircraft was fired upon. In fact, his aircraft was on fire, and yet he completed that mission. For that and many other examples of heroism, he earned the Distinguished Flying Cross, which of course is one of the highest honors that any aviator can receive. But his service didn't end with the war. He went home, then moved out to Texas, had a successful business career, raising a growing family, and he started to get engaged in politics, as his dad had been engaged. He became a successful politician. He was an accomplished congressman from Texas, and then became a very respected international figure as ambassador to the United Nations and as envoy to China. He also headed up the Central Intelligence Agency during a very difficult time and helped to improve the morale and the effectiveness of that agency. He then, of course, became Vice President of the United States. And then on January 20th, 1989, he was sworn in as the 41st President. President Reagan, 27 years ago today, in fact, made the famous statement that the Soviet Union's Mikhail Gorbachev should tear down the Berlin Wall. It was President Reagan's successor, George H.W. Bush, who actually saw it done and brought an end to the Cold War. He also removed a brutal dictator in Panama, and he gathered the whole world with the United States in the lead to remove Saddam Hussein and turn back the invasion in Kuwait. And at home, at a time of divided government, which at the time one party was in control of the Congress and one party in control of the executive branch, as we have now to a certain extent, divided government, he showed how you can work together, how a president can reach across the aisle to get things done. And he did so. But of all the things he's accomplished, there's probably nothing that he's prouder of than his call to volunteerism. And he championed this as president, of course, and established the Points of Light Foundation, which has been enormously successful in getting Americans, all walks of life, more engaged in helping their fellow citizens. He inspired the nation when he spoke of this 1,000 points of light to promote volunteerism and community action by all of us. It turns out the 1,000 points of light was not as ambitious as he could have been, because he underestimated what he would accomplish. It hasn't been 1,000, it's been millions. And the latest year that I was able to find information was 2012. In that year alone, the Points of Light Foundation engaged millions of volunteers, supported thousands of nonprofits and volunteer organizations across 250 cities in America, providing volunteer services that have been estimated to be valued at over $635 million. That sort of generosity reflects the heart of the man that I have come to know since I first had the honor of meeting him over 30 years ago. That generosity is what I experienced when President Bush took a chance on me, a young, inexperienced lawyer from Cincinnati, Ohio, when he made me associate counsel to the president. The experience I gained in that job was invaluable, and I continue to draw on it today, but even more was what I learned from President Bush. And it's what I learned about being a father, being a husband, being a public servant and serving the folks that we're honored to represent now here in the United States Senate. So today we honor a true American hero, a selfless public servant, a person who I consider to be the most honorable and decent person in politics in my lifetime. I wish him the best and a truly happy birthday to him, and blessings on him and his entire family as they celebrate an amazing year. He's apparently jumping out of an airplane again today on his 90th birthday, and he's received numerous awards this year. It's been a terrific 90th year, and I just hope that today he understands the American response to him, which is one of great appreciation, gratitude, and respect. I hope he has a very happy birthday, and I hope God continues to bless him and his family for years to come. Thank you, Madam President.